How good are you at asking for help? Sometimes we're okay, aren't we? Other times, particularly if we've asked the certain person for help already on a number of occasions, we're wondering whether we should ask them again. Well, in today's Psalm, Psalm 123, 123, the psalmist is asking for help. Our daughter has received the help of someone in the church that she attends. Her and her husband, our son-in-law, have been helped greatly by this person. It's quite remarkable because when I first got to know my wife Jane, she had this friend, and it's the same person, and he would always do anything for anyone. It's remarkable. So sometimes when my daughter and son-in-law, they've asked this person on a number of occasions because he's great at things practical, especially with cars, things in the house, also great spiritually. He's one of the leaders in the church that they attend. They do wonder whether they should ask again. Well, we perhaps get a little bit of an impression of this with the psalmist here in this Psalm 123, because he's really begging for God's help. We don't exactly know what the help is that he wants until we come to the last verse, verse 4 of this little psalm. And it's because God's people are being treated with real scorn and contempt. And he wants immediate relief from that. He wants God to come and assist. And yet he's asking in a way that he's almost not convinced that God is going to help him. So at the beginning, he goes to God's throne and he wonders if God will hear his plea. And then he asks for God's hand, and then we find he's asking for God's mercy and grace, and he's really begging. Well, of course, God is a God who loves to hear the prayers, concerns of all his children. And he does listen, and he does extend his hand, and he does give grace and mercy again and again. Now, for us living in the New Testament, in New Testament days, after Jesus Christ has come, what an assurance of God's help we have got constantly, because he even gave heaven's best for us. He gave his son, Jesus Christ. And so we read this wonderful verse, don't we, in Hebrews, about being able to boldly, confidently approach God's throne of grace in our time of need. Why is that? So that he can meet our needs. How? By giving us mercy and grace. Let's always be confident that our God will always hear our plea, no matter what it is, and he will give us his mercy and his grace.